Hey guys, thanks for joining us. Welcome back to our New York studio.
This is Live and Learn, episode 30. No, I'm just kidding. Was your goal to make Nick Mullen as depressed as possible?
He came in depressed. I'm just trying to... Here's the issue. Dr. K changed his content to where he doesn't like rattle people as much anymore on video. I wanted to Dr. K Nick Mullen.
Yeah.
And I was so... If I would have had 30 more minutes, I could have had him crying at the end.
So talk to me through your process in that interview. You're trying to reach him.
I mean, like, honestly, a lot of it is still kind of like feeling each other out.
Yeah.
Because even when we went to dinner, it's hard sometimes to tell.
I laughed harder at that dinner than I have in years.
Sure. It was...
A lot of things were said.
It's okay. But anyway, and even, especially in this environment, because I have no idea, I don't know what he wants to do or what he's here for, or like how this fits in his life. So it's more just kind of like feeling each other out. But then like once I felt him out a little bit more, like we literally are the exact same age, and seeing where
same birthday?
I think the same day, because we argued about that over dinner.
Oh, that's right. And he's like, Asian people are, well, no, I don't want to say that.
Okay.
Something about the birth, that he's actually older because he was born.
Because he's Asian?
No, he said he was born in Hong Kong.
He was born in Asia?
He said he was born in Hong Kong.
Was he really born in Hong Kong?
That was, I think, a joke to get the time backwards a little bit.
Okay.
But I actually liked how you guys got into some real stuff, and I appreciated that, because I think a lot of areas that we see Nick, he's always, he's riffing, right? He's doing some riffs. So I thought we saw a lot of the realness that came out of the dinner conversation on set, and I thought it was really good. But,
it was a fun combo, yeah.
Transition a little bit to, wait, first, let's do a little recap of yesterday.
Okay.
So what did you think about the movie, The Last Republican? If you guys don't know.
Oh my God.
Yeah. If you don't know, we had like a little DGG NYC event.
You should know because it was on the subreddit.
It was on the subreddit, but there was almost no notice for this, right?
Like 24 hours, if that.
We got it together pretty quickly because we're having to work a lot around the schedules of the people that we're inviting here. And New York City DGG showed up like, it was perfect. There must have been more than 100 people.
Easily.
At the theater, and then at the pub afterwards. But yeah, talk me through, you were a little late to the movie, but you caught most of it.
Okay, because you emailed me my tickets, and you included in that email as part of your default footer, I think, an address.
No, don't. We don't talk about.
It wasn't.
It wasn't.
I went to the wrong place.
Yes.
But it was, your email was misleading at best, if not malicious at worst. Okay.
But what?
So I'm like, here's the ticket. Oh, that must be where I need to go. And then, wow.
But the movie was about a real dude, Adam Kinzinger.
Yeah. Okay. So the movie. Okay. So Pisco, when he pitched this idea to me, he was like, "We should like watch a movie." And
Joanna's idea.
You can but I think you originally was like, "We should watch a movie," and then you can kind of like give your review at
Joanna's
the end, like
idea.
a meme thing.
Oh yeah, but that was Joanna's idea. That
was maybe Joanna's idea. Even for that, it would be like a meme thing. So then you suggest this movie called The Last Republican.
Joanna suggested that movie.
Okay, sure. Joanna suggested you, and then you suggested to me.
Yeah,
but
I just don't want to take credit because she had this whole idea about why it would make sense to watch.
Just assume that everything that comes from Pisco, all the good stuff originates from Joanna.
Yeah.
Okay. And I thought it was a fucking meme, okay? That it's going to be a meme movie. And we show up, and then we sit down, and I'm watching, and unfortunately, because of your address tomfoolery, 15 minutes late. So I missed the first 15 minutes. But we sit down, and we're watching, and I'm like, okay, this is like kind of like cute or funny. And I think by the time I get like 10 or 15 minutes more into it, I'm like, ooh, this is like kind of, damn, this is like some sad, heavy stuff. It's, is his first name Adam? Kissinger. Yeah, Adam Kissinger.
Kinzinger?
It's
Adam Kinzinger.
Kinzinger. I think his name is
Kissinger
so hard. His name is so hard to pronounce. It's not Kissinger.
I know, but you got
his name. I didn't say Kissinger.
Oh,
it's either Kissinger or Kissing.
Kinzinger.
It's hard.
Yeah.
And when he was doing the January 6 panel stuff, and they read his name, the guy said it wrong, and then he pronounced his name and then said yes.
Yeah.
Because his name is fucked up much. But anyway, it was a really touching movie. I felt I'm gonna email him. I'm gonna reach out to him and chat with him because
100%.
Wow. Because it just has to do with like he's having a baby. It goes through the whole drama of him being a part of that January 6th committee, the select subcommittee, which I can't imagine. Now I'm really curious to see a movie made from Liz Cheney's perspective. It's always interesting to see Congress people, like their life, because we have these views of them as being kind of like these DC robots that kind of go in and do whatever. And like him having calls with like his wife with his like newborn baby and trying to balance out the craziness of McCarthy and the Republican Party.
Well, I
and,
have something to say about that, but
Yeah.
but there's a part that you missed, which was him getting all the voicemails of people like, we're gonna be outside, we're coming for you, we're gonna get you, and just playing constant.
his
But,
wife,
yeah.
when he's on the phone with her, is joking like, "Oh, the guy from outside noticed. I wish I could remember the name of his baby, but asked a question about like how he's doing, getting older, whatever." And it was the security because they have 24/7 security around their house, and he's like joking on his couch. He's like, "Because a lot of people want to kill me now." And it's
And
like
they do.
Jesus, yeah, with his
And they
wife
still
and
do.
newborn kid at home, 24/7 surveillance. Like Jesus.
I want to take a moment to call out. I wasn't able to watch the whole movie because I had to go get the pub ready. Kevin McCarthy is a traitor to the Republic. He is
Wait.
one of
Okay, you're not gonna say the thing you said earlier.
no,
Okay, go ahead.
I don't think so.
Okay.
He is one of the biggest pieces of shit that this country has ever produced, and he comes off horrible. And I have to say, there's a point, the part that I saw, which is completely true, where Kinzinger says, "I don't blame Trump." Well, actually, I do. I'm mad at Trump. He starts by saying, "I'm not mad at Trump. I actually am mad at Trump," he says afterwards. And he says, but he clarifies, and what he means is, he expects it from Trump. Trump was a force of nature. He said he didn't expect it from Kevin McCarthy. And there's pictures of them being friends, being at like ball games. And McCarthy offered to officiate the wedding between Adam Kinzinger and his wife. And to betray him and to betray this country and the Republic over Donald Trump is a lasting shame on this piss stain of a legacy that he has. Kevin McCarthy, I hope you feel every single day in your life the guilt that you deserve for betraying this nation, and also your previous friend, Adam Kinzinger, who deserved more than your abandonment and disdain.
Yeah, and it's crazy the mapping it onto all of the online politics stuff. Like Kinzinger talks about Kissinger.
You just said
Kinzinger talks about fuck this guy's last name. My boy Adam.
Adam.
Yeah, he talks about how awkward it is that now he's lost every single friend, and he kind of has some new ones, but obviously they don't trust him because he's a Republican.
Yeah.
And how totally isolated that he was being a part of that committee. After the election, and you're like lame duck cycle where they're kind of cycling people out, just like his staffers that are like in the transition rooms and him upstairs. And man, it's a movie. I didn't know that growing up, or not. I say growing up. I guess he was in his 20s. It was like all on camera that there was like some woman who was like getting stabbed to death by her boyfriend, and she was like running, and he like runs into this lady on the street, and he intervenes and is like wrestling with this dude with a knife to like save this woman's life. It's just like this guy's life is just crazy, and he's like he just has like such an insanely goofy-ish, humble energy about him.
Mm-hmm.
But damn, you guys should, if you don't have this on the movie list, you should watch this. It's an insanely crazy.
And that's
movie.
what happens when true patriots stand up against MAGA and put their country before their party. When true patriots do that, the response is the
Kick them out of the party.
anti-American, anti-patriotic bozos of MAGA will try to ruin your life and kill you. They're vicious thugs, and that's what they do. And Kinzinger, I think, is someone that one of the reasons why people say, why embrace Liz Cheney? Why embrace Adam Kinzinger? On an electoral level, I get it. But they deserve a lot of our respect because they did something braver than any of us or any of you motherfuckers have ever done. And I understand, they started as Republicans and had bad positions, but they knew what they were going into. They knew they were ending their political lives, and they knew that it was a threat because no one is more hated than an apostate. And that's what they are to these people, and they're anathema. And so I respect Kamala Harris for embracing even these people who did the brave thing in abandoning the MAGA extremists, the radicals, and in embracing the Constitution.
And it sounds kind of goofy because we don't think about things. I think he said this. I'm pretty sure it was him that said this too. That oaths matter, and you truly see people that put as elected people who are in service to their country, like the Constitution is above everything else. And to see people, even people who have insane positions about government, like Bill Barr, being willing to say like, this is too much. Like, I can't go with you all the way here. Like,
but
Bill
he
Barr
endorses, but Barr endorses, and so does.
Wait. I hate that I'm even saying this. Did Barr endorse Trump, or did he say he would just vote for the Republican ticket?
I think he said the latter, but that's endorsing.
Sure,
that's endorsing.
good, yeah.
And Chris Sununu as well, Nikki Haley, traitors to the Republic, and they deserve, for the same reason Adam Kinzinger put out, knowing accomplices of MAGA, of dark MAGA, of this corruption. You just saw Melania Trump release her own meme coin, robbing from this country, robbing us blind.
Hopefully. That's the good story.
That's the best case scenario.
The best case is they're just robbing their own fans. The worst case is
they're getting money from foreign actors.
For who knows what.
And it's open season, open bribery. This country is for sale. And the people calling out are getting death threats. And I just think that's despicable. And we're not the only ones who believe that. The other people who believe that this country is under attack by radical MAGA Republicans, and we need to stand up to them and empower voices who are against that, are the 100 or so plus DGGers on no notice who showed up to this event afterwards at a pub to gather with each other, to meet each other, and physically come and basically to celebrate the fact that, you were in the city and to, show up for New York. But how many people came up to us to express their disgust of where the country was, looking for answers, looking for hope? Did that encourage you at all?
Yeah, it was cool. I appreciate it. Yeah. After we'll be talking a lot about after we run through all these interviews for the DNC chair stuff. Like we have to find more positive ways to pour energy into things, and we'll definitely be doing that. We'll have that conversation in the coming weeks because it's crazy to think. I remember Trump's presidency was crazy, and it's crazy now to think of where we're at, and he's not even in office yet.
It's tomorrow.
He's not even in office.
Tomorrow, he's taking office on Martin Luther King Day.
Coin. Have you seen any of the 80% held by initial investors? It's when I checked last night, I think it was over an $18 billion market cap. I don't know if it's gone up more, if anybody knows. 18. And it will be the biggest crypto scam in all of history by the president. Well, hold on. I'm so sorry. I keep misspeaking. Not by the president of the United States, but by Donald Trump, an American citizen, because that's not going to any campaign. It's not going into any sort of electoral fund. It's not. It's just to enrich him personally. He also happens to be the president of the United States. It's insane.
Is shameless. It is shameless, and it is constant, and it is brazen in your face, the corruption, the level of lies. They're now talking about how Donald Trump is going to be the savior of TikTok. Now, I predict he probably will try to come to a deal with TikTok, but this is after being touted as this. It's my idea all along to ban TikTok. You see Charlie Kirk, tweet a few years ago saying TikTok needs to be banned, absolutely needs to be banned. And this morning or yesterday, saying Gen Z, this is why Gen Z loves Trump, because Trump gets TikTok and is going to bring it back. It is shameless, the level of depravity, outright corruption and lies that we're seeing on a daily basis, and we're going to see. And it's going to get worse, not better.
Every day. He truthed out, I think it was an hour ago, I saw the, right before I spoke to Miriam, that he wants America to own 50% of TikTok. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if we are actually socialist communists now, where the government is having ownership in state-run media. But also, the thing that scares me the most about that tweet isn't the absurdity of that statement or the hypocrisy of all the supporters who are like, oh, I don't want state-run media. I wonder if that is going to segue somehow into, well, Elon can own 50% of TikTok, and there are just so many horrible ways that can go. I just can't even imagine. Yeah, Jesus Christ.
I want to dwell for a second on Elon Musk and what happened recently with this gaming controversy.
Oh, my God.
It disgusts me to no end, because it's actually one of the worst things. Sometimes it's the little things that a politician or political person will do, as opposed to the big things that put you off from someone. And here you have, so he's lying a little bit about his rank in a game. But no, it's not that. It's that he must be so maniacal or stupid to think that he is going to fool some of the most. I mean, this game by itself, normies don't know about this game. In order to even know about this game, you have to be a gamer. You think that they're gonna not notice that you're a fucking noob?
Why would you stream yourself playing it? I tried to find the original interview where he brags about being a Quake pro when there were 20 people playing Quake. We would know who you are, bro. You wouldn't be an anonymous. We would know that you can't just say this. But I tried to find that full discussion that he had with Joe Rogan over being a pro gamer. And this guy, he goes, to be a pro gamer, you got to be real fast. If you're playing at a professional level, you have to have a 10 millisecond response time to people shooting at you or whatever. And that's why would you even for people that play games that do reaction tests, right? I think 130 or 140 is the theoretical max. 10 millisecond? Why would you even say something this fucking
He doesn't
stupid?
Have DNA. He has USA.
It's it's why would you lie about this? It's pathological.
It's pathological, or it's trying to make the audience believe. I know this is a fucking meme. The big lie, in order to make it so that they're complicit. That no matter what, no matter how big the lie is, you're going to believe him. If he's willing to lie about this and it's going to convince people, he's going to lie about anything. You shouldn't believe a word this motherfucker says. And he is going to have a big role in this next administration. And that is why, by the way, I think it's important to put on voices from all, no matter if you disagree or agree with Marianne Williamson, Jason Paul, who's also an unconventional voice, not establishment politician. And we're going to be talking to other people as well. I think it's important to hear these voices because we need to have, frankly, a new perspective, a new strategy, something to address with this blatant corruption. If it's so obvious and in your face, how are we not capitalizing on this? And how are we not winning more elections? Like you said, anything short of a 50-state landslide in this election, to me, would have been an indictment on this country.
American people, yeah. I think that one of the things we spoke about, and I kind of mentioned earlier, is trying to find more, like, we're going to find fights every few months, every year to be involved in, right? Because we have to get, like, wins, because it feels really doomer right now. But, trying to be positive, because we should.
Yeah,
We've come
be
back from worse, historically, and empires have also fallen, so either's possible. But I think that we need to view 2026 as, like, a big, like, staging ground for, like, this is hopefully where we have righted the ship already, because just on a historical basis, midterms, incumbent party tends to not do as well. But we've already seen kind of fracturing in the Republican
and the normal
base.
kind of like, yes.
With the H-1B stuff, that was a fight. I think the crypto stuff is going to be rough.
We'll see.
Because you have to keep in mind too, and I know that I can be hyperbolic with my language, and I'm trying to do better at like who I fixate on and who I hate. All of these crypto people that have gone along with Trump, these guys did not become hardcore authoritarian MAGA conservatives overnight. They're just kind of along for the ride because they think he's epic and because of the crypto stuff.
These are the Portnoys of the world, the bros of the world.
But these are not people who are like, we really need to re-examine gay marriage or stuff like that. These are people who are probably like, trans people are okay, maybe just not trans kids. Like they're conservatives, but they're not like as crazy as you think.
But they're also low information.
They are low information, but that means that what I hope is going to happen is that if the Trump stuff falls apart, you're not going to have a bunch of people who were MAGA who are now like looking for their next authoritarian leader. I think it's going to be a bunch of people who are kind of like looking around, scratching their heads, who are like waking up.
What the fuck just happened?
Yeah, what the fuck? Where did this come from? And then that's the opportunity, hopefully, for like a well-formed Democratic establishment for a party to come in and like do their messaging better, signal the wins better, and be more positive.
And you said it right. I think I was listening to the DNC forum of the DNC chairs. By the way, I think it was an interesting forum, but the official forum is getting much less views than your interview series. We're talking 6,000, 7,000.
Don't be so mean about it.
I'm not. Listen, I think you guys should all watch it. I thought it was good content. There were some good memes. We've talked about it, but this is just to emphasize that whatever they're doing on their YouTube channel ain't fucking working. Because if Donald Trump, I know it's a chair interview, whatever, but if it were Laura Trump, if it were, against some of these other people jockeying for the RNC chair position, you'd see more engagement on their YouTube channel. So that's why I love that we're getting candidates to come in, because you're right. 2026 is
also just on that real quick.
Yeah.
If you see me tweet out, like I think I tweeted out that Marianne Williamson today, that Marianne Williamson was coming on a chat. Replying under those tweets, as stupid as it sounds,
helpful.
yeah, replying under those, like, oh, thanks for chatting, this was cool or whatever. These people everybody loves attention, and politicians especially love attention. And people looked at like AOC. I think they were very jealous of like, why is everybody talking about this motherfucker?
Yeah.
So that type of like positive reinforcement on social media, I think, is as stupid as it sounds. It is really important.
And it'll be important going into 2026. 2026 starts today.
Now.
2026 starts tomorrow, today, yesterday. It's going on right now. That's why we're hopeful. We're going to be reaching out to other politicians in other races, maybe some governor's races, definitely some New York House races, because there are some motherfuckers that we both need to attack and defend.
Oh no!
And so
you're a New Yorker. You know who was at Mar-a-Lago a few days ago?
Mayor. Well, let's withhold.
Oh wait, is he going to be? We'll
see. We'll see.
We'll see what happens with him.
But there's definitely some appetite in this city for potentially some changes, and I think it's a good opportunity for us to find out who are the killers, who are the people with grit.
Killers, metaphorically.
Or the people, if you agree with Marianne Williamson, who are going to get to the core of that moral core, that that feeling, whatever that is. I think that there is a proving ground now where we have to test out strong candidates, not weak candidates, and so I'm especially insistent that we carry forward whatever residue of strength that we have at the moment or whatever we're doing right now into the future, because 2026 starts today. One of the big mistakes is not thinking ahead. And the Democrats, a lot of candidates have said this, only thinking in terms of election cycles as opposed to 365 days a year. There's a messaging
Trump is campaigning
campaign
multiple times a day with every single truth, every single tweet, every single whatever he sends out. Yeah. One of the things that Adam said in the Last President, that movie.
It was Nick.
Not the last president. Sorry, fuck. The Last Republican.
Nick Mullen.
Adam
sorry.
Kinzinger.
Kinzinger. My bad.
Fuck you. One of the things that he said that I thought was insightful was he felt like the Republican Party missed a huge moment after I think it was after the second impeachment. He said that there was like 6 weeks of silence where nobody really knew what was going on, where a bunch of corporations had pulled all of their funding from the 100 or so Republicans that voted to overturn the election, basically, in the House. And he said that I felt like the Republican Party missed a moment where leaders could have stepped up and steered the Republican Party in a good direction, but instead everybody was basically silent until McCarthy crawled back to Trump and then brought back all of MAGA and then moved in a direction. He said he felt like that was the biggest missed opportunity. So we should try to, the measure of like a person's ability to lead is how well you can spot those
and
opportunities
capitalize
in advance or as they're happening and not retrospectively.
It's opportunity cost. And one other thing I want to stress, we're going to be wrapping up soon, but it's not just offense, it's also defense in the future. And one of the missed opportunities will be if we lose someone like a Tom Suozzi, or if we lose someone in one of these very competitive districts. I think it's important for us to think about the opportunities from an offensive and defensive perspective and what could be in the opportunity cost. We have more stuff. I think we can announce at least one of the days that we're doing next week, actually this week, the day after the inauguration. We'll be speaking, or sorry, Stephen will be speaking to Ken Martin, who right now is also in the DNC chair race. I think by a lot of accounts, Martin, Wickler, a couple of these other candidates are prominent people in the party and getting a lot of big endorsements. And so Stephen will be speaking with him. And to help guide that information and also have a little bit of a sit down with Stephen as well, hopefully we're going to be able to get Harry Sisson to come in. He's also, I think, based in New York and being able to talk to you. And following that week, we're going to have other content as well, maybe some influencers, maybe some stuff like that. So keep your eyes peeled. It really, I know that a lot of these have been short notice. We put it together kind of on a little bit of a short notice, but I'm really, really optimistic and have a lot of like invigoration from how well it's being received and how you guys are really stepping up to the plate in promoting it and in talking about it. That makes me feel really good.
Yeah. Also keep your eyes open for Destiny Coin, $DST. It is going to be awesome. I like how they don't even pretend to make it like a project. It's literally just called like Trump meme coin. Like that. It's just a meme coin. It's just literally to pump and dump.
They'll defend it. They'll defend it, and there will be no justice. There will be no justice for this.
That could be our upside. If Trump gets, Trump won't. Hopefully Trump's not president again in 2028. Maybe the next guy that comes in can go after him. They'll have a new SEC chair guy who will be like, this was not a good coin scheme, and that'll be the way we get justice. It'll be like when they went after OJ the second time or whatever, right? And they got him in the coin. It was the crypto coin.
New SEC chair, Merrick Garland. I hear he needs a job.
We don't talk about Merrick Garland here.
We don't talk about Bruno.
Ooh, you would have been real mad. I didn't know how many people in that theater were DGGers. If I would have known now, this would have been like, have you been to like a midnight movie?
When you got there,
I would have been screaming so much.
Like, oh, I'm Destiny. Hi, everybody. Settle down. Did people clap?
Of course, obviously.
Did they clap?
No, but close enough. They were in their minds. But yeah, Adam was talking constantly about like, Merrick Garland failed us and he didn't go in.
He said that?
Like, yeah, and I was like, man, Pisco would have been real mad if he was here. And every time he said that, I heard people in the audience, this is Pisco. And they were like, oh, they were looking for you.
Mitch McConnell failed us too. I mean, that impeachment stuff was wild. Folks, let's stay connected. Let's stay cool. Let's make sure that Stephen wears some polos from now on. August, why haven't we put up Joanna's presentation about the Polo King?
We're working on that, okay?
Where's the Jan 6 video?
It's next. Ken Martin is going to help us drop it.
This Tuesday, Ken Martin, Jan 6 video.
Me, actually, we're just going to sit and watch it for 4.5 hours because it's a long video.
Oh, wait, last thing, and then we can cut. What do you think about people like Snoop Dogg, Carrie Underwood, and like just going and playing music at the inauguration, that kind of stuff?
I mean, everybody wants to be part of the cultural moment, I guess, and there's a lot of money to be made over there. So
you're guarding yourself a little bit.
No, I obviously think it's. I think it's gross. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? It's horrible. What do you want me to say? Obviously, it's bad. I disagree with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you feel that you want to say to your fans in this moment? Everyone's watching.
I also have a rank 10 character on Path of Exile 2. I've been playing a lot on the plane, and I'll be revealing that when I get home as well. Yeah. I always play on the most extreme hard difficulty, and yeah.
Folks, this has been great. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Steven, I'll give you the last word.
Thanks for helping out, you and Joanna and everybody else behind the scenes whose names I don't think I'm allowed to say yet, but I really appreciate all the help. It's been cool. We're setting all this stuff up like super dynamically. I've done basically nothing but fly in and show up, and you and Joanna and all the other help have like taken care of everything. So it's really cool. This is all working out, and yeah, we super appreciate it. We're here in a couple days, and by the end of this month, we'll be the kingpins of the Democratic Party. You know, it's